when disaster strikes mid-flight.
A window is open and somebody is out the window. Emergency descent.
Pilots must show skill and courage to get their passengers to safety.
We were not heroes. We were only doing our jobs.
Flight crews are trained to react when the unthinkable happens.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. We have a fire on board. We are going down.
How to get down?
Landing an aircraft suffering a catastrophe.
You want the airplane on the ground, you want it stopped, and you want medical people on board to help.
Is the ultimate test of a pilot's nerve and expertise.
Everything was being sucked out of the plane.
Tell them we've got problems, but we're gonna land anyway.
With no margin for error.
Brace yourself, we're down.
3 disasters averted.
My total concentration to fly the airplane.
By pilots who managed to land against the odds.
The entire world was amazed that they were able to keep flying that plane and get it on the ground.
Southwest Airlines Flight 1380 boards for a morning trip from New York City to Dallas, Texas. 144 passengers are settling in for the 4-hour flight. In the cockpit, the pilots prepare for departure.
Let's start the pre-flight procedures.
The captain is a highly experienced flight commander.
Kenny Joseph is a former naval aviator during the Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm.
First Officer Darren Ellisor is a former Air Force major.
Your leg?
This one's mine. I was starting my day in the cockpit, ready to go fly. It was a beautiful day in LaGuardia.
B1. Rotate.
Two turbofan engines power the Boeing 737 into the sky.
Southwest 1380, contact New York Center, 133.47.
Copy that, 1380.
Air traffic controllers at LaGuardia Airport hand the flight over to New York area controllers.
Thank you.
What the?
Flight attendant Rachel Fernheimer is suddenly short of breath.
I didn't know what was happening. I could just feel a lack of oxygen surrounding me.
The aircraft is decompressing.
There was just screams of terror throughout the cabin of the airplane.
I could feel the air being sucked out of my lungs.
First Officer Ellisor fights to control the jet as it banks steeply to the left.
You still got it!
I was not able to see any of the engine instruments because the vibration was so severe. It was just a blur of colors.
Still got it!
Luckily, it was a clear day, a very clear horizon, and I was able to roll out of the bank and recover the airplane.
Okay, wings are back to level.
The cabin crew checks for injured passengers.
Emergency descent.
I know that we have a pressurization problem. I know we have some sort of engine problem. I don't know what else is going on, but I know we need to start on our way down.
Southwest 1380 is descending.
In the cabin, the flight attendants make a grisly discovery.
we had a passenger that was partially out of the aircraft. Her seatbelt was the only thing that was holding her into the plane at that point, because everything from the waist up was outside of the plane. We're gonna be okay. It's okay. Help me!
All right, Southwest 1380. Okay, where would you like to go? To which airport?
I just pointed on my map.
Philadelphia. I'm going to take it.
All right.
As commander of the flight, Captain Schultz takes control.
Whatever she told me to do, I was going to do. She wanted to fly and wanted me to run the checklist, and I was fine with that.
Flight crews are trained to react when the unthinkable happens. There are all sorts of emergency checklists to figure out what is going on in the few seconds they may have.
The checklist tells Ellison to shut down the failing left engine.
Auto throttle. If engaged, disengage.
Disengage.
The plane descends below 10,000 feet, allowing the pilots to remove their oxygen masks. Philadelphia International Airport is still 10 minutes away. Flight attendant Shanique Mallory calls the cockpit.
A window is open. Somebody is out the window.
Everything pretty much just stopped. It's not something that you're prepared to hear at all. Tammy Jo and I just looked at each other in basically shock and disbelief.
Okay, we're coming down.
The pilots must get Flight 1380 on the ground as soon as possible. Andrew Needham joins the battle to pull the injured passenger back inside.
We were pulling with everything we had. We weren't getting anywhere.
Slow it down to 210 knots.
In the cockpit, First Officer Ellison knows a way to help the rescuers.
The speed of the aircraft was preventing the people in the back from getting that passenger back in the plane.
Ellison's action pays off. Reducing speed allows rescuers to pull the passenger back into the cabin. But the flight crew's problems are far from over. They have a badly damaged plane on their hands with only one functioning engine.
We needed to get on the ground as fast as we could.
Can we have medical meet us at the runway? We have injured passengers.
Injured passengers, okay.
They say there's a hole and someone went out.
You want the airplane on the ground, you want it stopped, and you want medical people on board to help.
All right, set flaps to 5.
Flaps are control surfaces on the trailing edge of the wing. When landing, they are set to increase the wing's area, allowing the plane to fly more slowly. With less flaps, the plane can fly faster.
Flaps 5, are you sure? How about just 15? Something you know?
I question this because a flaps 15 landing is what we normally would do.
Give me a speed for flaps 5.
The captain is the final authority. She had elected to use a reduced flap setting and a higher approach speed so that she was guaranteed in her mind a higher level of controllability.
Ellison must quickly calculate the correct airspeed for the highly unusual maneuver.
16 plus 20.
The only thing I knew was a flaps 15 speed, and I added 20 knots. Probably that was too much.
In the cabin, passengers are trying to revive the injured passenger.
I start seeing, trees and grass very, very quickly. So I realized that we were landing soon and we were landing very fast.
The thought that crossed my mind was, why am I not breathing? But at the same time, I
of a Southwest Airlines 737 is preparing for an emergency landing at Philadelphia Airport.
Southwest 1380, runway 27 left, cleared to land.
27 left, cleared to land, Southwest 1380.
Seconds before touchdown, Flight 1380 is flying towards the runway 50 miles an hour faster than normal.
Speed brake.
On with the green light.
The pilots have only one engine for reverse thrust to slow down the jet. There might not be enough runway to stop safely.
50 feet.
Captain Schultz has landed F-18 Hornets in war zones. But this is a much bigger, less agile aircraft. And the lives of everyone on board are in her hands.
We did not want to do a go-around. We wanted to make sure we were on the ground as fast as possible.
Speed brakes up.
We touched down. It was a great landing.
It's an astonishing act of flying under intense pressure.
I knew in that moment that, okay, we made it. We survived.
Emergency responders rush onto the plane. They try to help the injured passenger, but it's too late. 43-year-old bank executive Jennifer Reardon is the first fatality on an American airliner in more than 9 years. The National Transportation Safety Board dispatches a team of investigators to Philadelphia.
Structures team, start on that window. Come with me.
They can see why Reardon's window shattered.
Flashlight, please.
The left engine is blown apart.
They were quite surprised to see the amount of damage. I think it was very surprising to everyone. It almost looked as though there had been an explosion in the front of the engine.
Investigators quickly pinpoint the cause.
Fan blade did this.
During normal operation, a fan at the front of the engine rotates approximately 5,000 times per minute. 24 fan blades force air backwards to feed the engine's turbines. The team determines that a single blade on the left side engine broke off mid-flight.
When the fan blade departed, it damaged the cowl latches.
There are 3 latches on the underside of the cowling that secure it to the engine.
The latches are what maintenance needs access to work on the engine, so these cowlings will actually open up.
Investigators determined that when the 11-pound fan blade broke off, it was propelled downward, striking the underside of the latches, one of the most vulnerable places of the engine. The impact opened the cowl enough for the incoming air to rip the housing from the engine, sending shrapnel in all directions. But what caused the fan blade to break away and set off the chain of events that forced the crew to make their heroic landing? A close examination of the broken blade's remains reveals the culprit, a tiny defect that has spread over time.
This is most likely fatigue cracking. Fatigue cracking is insidious, and unless this crack is detected, it's going to lead to the failure of the part.
Airlines are supposed to conduct periodic inspections to ensure no plane flies with a weakened fan blade.
Fan blades are routinely removed and inspected on all aircraft.
Fatigue cracks can be microscopic, but tools exist to detect them.
The last major inspection that was done with a dye-penetrant check that was the approved and appropriate test at that time.
How could the fatigue crack have been missed? The NTSB discovers that industry regulators were slow to adopt new, more powerful technologies. specifically ultrasonic probes that allow inspectors to more effectively detect growing fatigue cracks.
Technologies existed at that time, but they weren't used, and it's arguable whether, had they been used, the crack would definitely have been picked up before failure.
The NTSB now understands what happened on Southwest Flight 1380. As the aircraft reaches cruising altitude, the fan blade breaks away, ripping the engine apart. Debris from the explosion smashes into Jennifer Reardon's window.
Emergency descent!
A high-pressure emergency landing saves the plane. But the accident claims the passenger's life. In the aftermath, the aviation industry expands the use of ultrasonic testing. Captain Tammy Jo Schultz and First Officer Darren Ellison's stunning emergency landing is recognized worldwide.
We're not heroes, no. Henry, Joe, and I, we were only doing our jobs, everything that we were trained to do.
They did it right, facing very, very adverse conditions. It showed good training, it showed good experience, it showed their ability to handle a catastrophic event, but that's something we expect professional pilots to be able to do.
Hilo Airport on Hawaii's Big Island. A Boeing 737 is preparing to depart. Aloha Airlines Flight 243 will take just 35 minutes to reach Honolulu on the island of Oahu.
Aloha 243.
Captain Bob Schornsteimer has been working for the company for 11 years. His first officer, Mimi Tompkins, is hoping for promotion to captain after almost 9 years with Aloha.
Did you hear any more about...
She will be the pilot flying on this leg. At 1:25 p.m., Flight 243 takes off, with 89 passengers and 6 crew members on board.
Yellow departure, this is Aloha 243, climbing through 3000.
The trip is so short, the attendants serve drinks while the plane is still climbing. 20 minutes into the flight, the 737 reaches cruising altitude.
Follow the center Aloha 243, leveling off at 240. Where's that National Weather Service weather station at? Is that the old tower?
I saw a brilliant flash of light and boom.
Everything was being sucked out of the plane.
Chaos has erupted on board Aloha Airlines Flight 243.
A mass of things just whoosh out the plane. I saw the stewardess get smashed down in the aisle. I could see her hair flowing and I could see blood, but that's all I could see of her.
I'll take her down. I will...
Noise makes it impossible for the flight crew to communicate. Now, for the first time, they get a sense of what's happened. There's blue sky where the roof used to be. A large chunk of the fuselage has ruptured. If the pilots don't get the aircraft to a lower altitude, people will suffocate. Captain Bob Schornsteimer takes control and begins an emergency descent. The nearest place they can attempt to land is Kahului Airport on the island of Maui.
Aircraft calling tower, say again.
3 minutes have passed since the aircraft burst open. The desperate crew makes first contact with the ground.
Declaring an emergency.
Aloha 243, say your position.
Producers, to the east of Patina Point.
Sending out 11,000. Request clearance into Maui for landing.
At 10,000 feet, the captain slows the aircraft and begins the right-hand turn towards Kahului Airport. At this lower altitude, everyone on the plane can remove their oxygen masks. But the aircraft is shaking violently, making it difficult to control, let alone land.
Let's try flying with the gear down.
Lowering the landing gear should stabilize the aircraft and help slow it down for final approach. But the light indicating the extension of the nose wheel hasn't illuminated.
The last thing the pilot wanted to see is when the condition it was in was that he didn't have a nose gear.
Sean's timer must make a critical decision. Should he wait for confirmation that the nose gear is down? Or land anyway? The battered 737 is now so fragile, it's at risk of breaking apart.
The floor was buckling up, and you could tell the plane was bending in the middle.
The structural integrity of the airplane was severely compromised. That airplane could disintegrate in flight.
Tell them we've got problems. But we're gonna land anyway, even without a nose gear.
Aloha 243, wind now 050. The emergency equipment is in place.
Okay, be advised.
We have no nose gear.
Maui is a difficult destination for a damaged airplane. The island's exposed north shore lies directly in the path of the trade winds.
That particular approach corridor is very windy, but that's basically all we had.
With the airfield now in sight, Captain Sean Timer has another critical decision to make.
Is it easier to control with the flaps up?
Yeah. Put them back to 5.
Like the pilots of Southwest 1380, they'll attempt a fast flaps 5 landing for increased control.
The pilots weren't trained to handle a situation like this. With the top of their airplane missing, they became test pilots.
The first officer calculates the correct landing speed.
152!
That's much faster than normal.
I mean, we were coming in hot.
Rescue teams prepare for disaster.
Under these conditions, the lack of a nose gear could have been a death sentence for everybody aboard this aircraft.
The stricken jet is now in view of the airport.
Aloha 243, just for your information, the gear appears down.
The gear appears down.
But the pilots can't be certain that the nose gear is locked in place. If it collapses, the 737, traveling at close to 200 miles an hour, will smash nose down onto the tarmac. Even if the gear is locked in place, the buckling fuselage could still break apart on touchdown. Passengers comfort one another in what may be their last moments.
For me, it was when I really knew I was going to die.
All eyes are on Aloha Airlines Flight 243 as the pilots attempt an impossible landing. 7 passengers are seriously injured. But the pilots of Aloha 243 have managed to save 94 lives, including their own.
This is one of the most remarkable flying events in history. No airplane has ever landed with this amount of damage. Basically, they were hanging by a thread.
The National Transportation Safety Board, the NTSB, launches an investigation into the accident. Why did the roof of Aloha Flight 243 detach? Investigators begin by looking at the plane's history. It's 38 years since Boeing launched the 737. They find out that the accident airplane, number 152 off the production line, was delivered in May 1969. 737s were designed to last 20 years and 75,000 flights. The team discovers that this aircraft had far exceeded both.
The fuselage expands and contracts depending on altitude, so the airplane is constantly cycling. That's pressurization. That will weaken the structure over a long period of time.
NTSB structures investigators take pieces of the fuselage back to the lab for analysis. An airplane's fuselage consists of many separate panels. Where they overlap, they're bonded together with powerful sealant. Rivets hold the panels tightly together while the sealant hardens. Inside the Aloha jet's overlapping joints, investigators find hairline cracks and discolored sealant. It's clear the sealant lost its adhesiveness over time.
Now the rivets themselves are loaded, and especially this top row of rivets. And this is the row of rivets we think that has a fatigue cracking in it that led to the eventual opening of the roof structure.
Looking through Aloha Company files, the NTSB discovers evidence of lax maintenance on the fuselage. They also find service bulletins, some issued more than 15 years earlier, with warnings that Hawaii's humid, salt-laden air will speed up corrosion of the fuselage. A buildup of corrosion within the slowly separating joint could further weaken the sealant bond and intensify fatigue cracks around the rivet holes. But instead of grounding its airplanes for a nose-to-tail examination, Aloha makes only occasional checks. The corrosion is largely ignored, and the tiny cracks escape detection.
These cracks go unrepaired, and now you have an airplane that is a ticking time bomb.
Investigators conclude that the structure of the Boeing 737's fuselage was slowly deteriorating. Undetected by the airline's maintenance teams, it ruptures mid-flight.
We had large numbers of these pressurization cycles, and stress was going on and off on these rivet locations. And secondly, with the disc bonding, all this stress is now going through the rivets, and that led to the linking up of these cracks, and then the roof coming off the airplane.
The heroic landing by Captain Bob Schornsteimer and First Officer Mimi Tompkins is all that saves the flight from certain disaster.
I think the entire world was amazed that they were able to keep flying that plane and get it on the ground. That took physical strength, flying ability, and really nerves of steel to fly a plane with no roof.
It's dinner time aboard Air Canada Flight 797. Captain Donald Cameron has been working for Air Canada for 17 years.
How did you see for it? Nice?
The DC-9 is midway on its journey from Dallas to Toronto. The jet is only half full today, with 41 passengers scattered throughout the cabin. circuit breakers have popped out. Like fuses, they protect the plane's electrical circuits from becoming overloaded.
Like a machine gun.
What? Zap, zap, zap.
The 3 breakers are connected to the flushing motor in the plane's rear toilet. Cameron decides to wait a few minutes before resetting.
You know, sometimes it overworks and overeats, and then the breaker pops, and then it cools off, and then you push the brake and everything is fine.
In the cabin, passengers are complaining about a disturbing odor.
I had smelled a peculiar smell. It struck me as odd.
Soon there's smoke and an acrid smell of burning plastic.
Sergio, there's a problem in the washroom. He says there's a fire.
Chief Flight Attendant Sergio Benetti sprays the tiny washroom with a fire extinguisher, despite there being no visible flames.
As soon as I saw that fire extinguisher, something went through my mind. There's definitely something wrong.
11 minutes have passed since the circuit breakers first popped.
There's a fire in the washroom in the back. They just went back to go put it out.
You want me to go back?
Yeah, go.
You got to remember, in 1983, people were allowed to smoke in the aircraft, and there had been a number of incidents of this sort in the industry.
Smoke is building at the back of the DC-9. Captain Donald Cameron is waiting for an update when he realizes he has another problem. Electrical systems throughout the plane are beginning to fail.
The airplane lost all its sophisticated navigation and attitude information. That's a pretty serious thing.
Air Canada Flight 797 is filling with smoke, and its flight instruments are failing.
I was left very suddenly with, I think, 3 engine instruments per engine, and 4 flight instruments, which were very primitive. They were what you might have flown a World War II bomber with.
Cameron radios the nearest ground controller.
This is Air Canada 797. Air Canada 797, Indianapolis. Go ahead. Yeah, we've got an electrical problem here. Maybe off communication shortly, stand by. I don't like what's happening. I think we'd better go down. We're going to be making an emergency descent. Brief the cabin crew. Yes, sir.
Another warning light goes on, indicating that most of the emergency power is lost.
We're talking about multiple failure here, and it's starting to be complicated. So we're going down, and obviously we have to land.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
That's a low control, over.
Air Canada 797, we have a fire on board. We are going down. Roger that.
Captain Cameron begins a rapid descent to nearby Cincinnati Airport. But the plane's instruments are no longer functioning.
So all we had left was DC repowered. That's when the good radios, basically.
Making matters worse, the adjustable horizontal stabilizer on the tail is jammed, forcing Cameron to use the less effective elevators to pitch the plane down. He struggles to maintain control of the DC-9.
The airplane became very heavy,
we're on Mayday. We're going down. Air Canada 797.
Cincinnati approach. Plan runway 36 ILS.
And the equipment has been alerted. Descend now to 3,500 feet.
My thought was, well, we're gonna crash. I stood up, I took my wallet in the compartment and put my jacket on so that they could identify my body.
Where's the airport?
12 o'clock and 8 miles, Air Canada.
Okay, we're trying to locate it. We're going to need 5 trucks. They're standing by for you.
With no instruments to guide them, and smoke obscuring their view, it will be a challenge just to find the runway. Landing with limited control of the aircraft will be an even greater challenge.
Okay, we have the airport. The tower has you in sight. You are cleared to land. You are 4 miles from the airport.
Good luck.
Fighting the jammed controls, Captain Cameron's strength is being pushed to its limits.
797, the tower has you in sight.
The flaming DC-9 is on the ground. The crew shuts down the plane.
Now let's get out of this airplane.
The first officer escapes through the emergency window. The passengers have opened 3 of the overwing exits.
Saw a light. Someone had opened the door. And I realized what it was. Ran to the door, and I just put my face out so I could breathe.
Crews doused the plane with foam to prevent fuel from exploding. As they work, they spot a lone figure still in the cockpit. It's Captain Cameron.
I couldn't get out of my seat. I'd start and I'd be pushed back.
The captain is trapped in a burning Air Canada DC-9. Firefighters blanket the cockpit with foam.
That was a soapy, ice-cold mixture that makes me.
Cameron stirs and opens the cockpit window.
There he is, Don!
Seconds later, the whole interior of Flight 797 ignites. A firestorm roars through the cabin.
We knew there were people in the airplane, unfortunately, at that point.
The passengers who escaped suffer from smoke inhalation and minor injuries, but few are seriously hurt. What started with an electrical problem has claimed the lives of 23 people. What caused the deadly fire? Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board consider a likely cause: a cigarette. They examine the trash receptacle from the toilet and find the top is burned away, but both the chute and the container behind are intact. Inside the container, remnants of paper are scorched but not burned. The fire didn't start here. Investigators next look at the plane's history. Those records are revealing. 4 years earlier, the rear bulkhead failed, causing an explosive decompression. It forced the crew to make an emergency landing.
It knocked out a lot of electrical cable and hydraulic.
The team focuses on wires that had to be repaired after that accident.
There were wires that ran through there that had been cut, spliced back together.
They study the splices that are still intact, but find no evidence of arcing or short-circuiting. It's another dead end. Investigators next turn their attention to the cockpit voice recorder.
What's that?
They hear the pilots mention the tripping of circuit breakers connected to the toilet motor. It's a safety feature preventing the motor from causing a fire. Were the breakers tripped by a fire that had already started? Or was the motor the problem? The NTSB builds a mock-up of the plane's washroom and forces the flush motor to seize. The seized motor reaches a temperature of 800 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot, but not hot enough to ignite. In the end, the NTSB can't pinpoint the exact cause of the fire. There isn't sufficient evidence.
Just because of the vast amount of damage that was done in that concentrated area around the laboratory where the fire burnt for a long period of time and possibly destroyed any of the evidence of where the fire actually ignited.
But investigators still need to understand how an unseen fire could cause so much damage. There had been heat and smoke, but no one saw flames until the explosion after the plane landed.
When you have a fire that has incomplete combustion, when it has a lack of oxygen, they will produce combustible gases. Those gases then can collect.
When the doors were opened, the onrush of oxygen fed the fire, igniting the combustible gases.
And once you have a flashover, it becomes non-survivable.
In its final report, the NTSB recommends a raft of safety improvements. Smoke detectors weren't standard throughout the industry, but after Flight 797, attitudes and regulations changed. Attendants received better equipment and training on how to fight fires. Track lighting on the floors and bumps along the overhead bins that identified the rows with emergency exits eventually become standard.
Cincinnati, a tragic loss, but it did leave a legacy that has undoubtedly saved many planeloads of people.
Captain Cameron and his crew received 6 separate awards for their heroic actions on Flight 797, including recognition from the Royal Canadian Air Force. The nightmare still haunts them all.
It's just a shame we didn't get everybody off. It still bothers me.
A catastrophe mid-flight demands cool, thoughtful pilots, determined to get the plane and its passengers safely on the ground.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
They had to work with their fellow pilots to really